good fight.
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want. I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard. Ready? Aim. I got a bad feeling about whatever that bear's chomping on.
For you!
That's a bad way to go. Here it comes.
Yeah.
The local militia's lads at the best of times, which these are not.
The scourge invades. Claw it out. It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Take your best shot.
monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear? We make a good squad.
Poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good. Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. Keep it close until we're back at the embassy. I prefer to take bad news in the comfort of my office. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? But you... Very well. If you say so. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do? You suspect a connection. Interesting. Ardra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. Maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
Alright, I don't know. Let me check this. Come on now, come back. Oh no. Oh no. If this is... If what just happened, what I think just happened, oh dear God. Hold on. Well, it did. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me square away this stuff over here real quick. Pull that back out. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate. So, hello everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Avowed. If you've been watching or happen to, you know, be here for what? We've been up for like 20 minutes or so. My mic was not activated in OBS, which is my streaming software. I thought it was. In all the tests that I did, it was. Ooh. Finally, a mace. I've been wanting one of these. Swing slowly, but deliver high damage and stun. Cool. So anyway, I had some issues with OBS a couple days ago, and my remedy to that was to just uninstall and reinstall, and so I literally reinstalled the newest version, which had some new updates and some cool stuff, and so I had to reset everything last night. It didn't, unfortunately, save all of my settings, even though it was supposed to. So I had to get everything set up from the ground up last night, which I thought I did, but apparently I did not activate my mic on the streaming channel. I activated it perfectly fine on a separate channel, but not on the stream channel. So that's awesome. So anyway, I've been streaming for 30 minutes and did not know that my mic was turned off, which is another reason why you should always check your audio after you get live, after you go live, after you're streaming. If you don't have anyone to do it for you, you should at least take a brief moment to do it yourself. I usually do. I should have done it today, but I guess I just assumed. And you know what happens when you assume, so that's what I get. Anyway, I'm back. I don't think you really missed a whole lot. We fought some bears. Obviously, if you saw that, you saw that. I did talk about wanting to have more abilities and passive regen for wizards. So I'm kind of struggling with, you know, only having potions for regen. I really want some sort of passive regen, even if it's outside of combat. That would be fine. Excuse me. I think having 5 health potions, I seem like I'm finding health potions rather easily, but essence potions are not as common. At least they don't seem to be. I do have consumables in here, but they don't do that much, but they are there as a backup. I want some kind of, like, even if it's out of combat, passive regen on essence. I think that's gonna be nice. If it doesn't, if there's no way to do that, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the magic build. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There are some options in the skill tree that might help, but I will say it is, yeah, that's rough. I'm noticing that because you have the stamina balance, you're constantly using stamina to throw spells. I'm not the biggest fan of that either, but I kind of understand it. Because you gotta balance that with dodging. You have no defense. I do have a shield when I'm not using a grimoire, but it is not great. It definitely doesn't block heavy attacks very well. So you're constantly dodging, constantly doing this, as well as casting. So your stamina, like, look at that delay. Like, it's at least a second delay there. And when you're in the heat of combat fighting like 2 bears at the same time or whatever, your stamina gets drained pretty quick. So those are going to be some upgrades that I need to focus on. We are going to stick with it. We are going to stick with the Harry Potter build. I think it's fun. I eventually want to get all of my spells down there on the radial, or at least in the D-pad, and then I can obviously have more here. I'm just not a fan of having to bring up a radial to cast spells. So that may wear on me quickly. Because if I only have 4 to cast at once... Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, that is a limitation of using controller. However, the PC is no different. The weird thing about the PC controls is you actually still have a radial menu. Oddly enough. Which I do feel like if you're using PC controls, mouse and keyboard, you should not have radials in your game. That should be a controller-specific thing. So, anyway, we're going to stick it out. We're going to see how it goes. I think it's fun, but management is something I'm concerned about. Essence management, spell slot management, those sorts of things. Anyway, with that, we're going to get back to it. But yeah, welcome to those who were wondering why my mic was off the entire time. Finally got that sorted, so here we go.
Could this pillar of Ardra be connected to the plague?
This guy has the most pretentious voice ever. Examine the Ardra pillar, right. God, I feel like such an idiot. 30 minutes of streaming. Oh my gosh. I bet everybody who tuned in, the few of them, were like, this is just... Nobody's here? Nobody, yeah, just a silent stream, no commentary. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. You've been speaking to me since Fort Northreach. What do you want? I mean, that's fair. Like, what do you want?
And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness.
Alone in my strangeness. Let's set that aside. What's wrong with the strangle root? Alone in my strangeness indeed. If I'm familiar to you, do you know whose godlike I am? Whatever you are, I don't have time for this. Can you tell me what's wrong with this place or not? Let's do 2.
Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled to their will? Shackled like us to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear, poor us, poor you.
I gotta say, I don't know if it's the same voice actor, but that really reminds me of the Rachni from Mass Effect. I don't know if you remember that voice, but I do. I mean, Mass Effect is quite literally my favorite gaming series ever. And that is a very distinct similarity to me. It sounds a lot like that voice actor. Could be. Spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear, poor us, poor you. Yeah, I mean, it's an infection for sure. Poor bear killed the Clavager. It wanted to kill me. Fort Northreach, the bear of this place, is the same plague, isn't it?
It is an infection. A foreign body invades, the host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do?
Sickens after a fight as it howls and sings its agony. What do you do? I mean, if it's in agony, it would be one of these, right? Leave it, the beast will fight to earn its survival, or nature will take its course. I mean, that makes sense too, but it's implying that you're there and you could do something about it. What do you do? Put the poor thing down. I mean, I would probably put it down. Especially if it's going to cause damage to others. I don't know what free it means. Free it from what? I'm assuming there's a possibility to free it? Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it. Well, I mean, if you could do that, then why are any of these options? We'll go with that, because that seems like the obvious choice, but these would be what you would do if you couldn't do one. Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water.
Oh, that's crazy. Even just like the Rachni, there's a dual... There's two voices at once. There's the main voice, which is a feminine voice, but there's also a background, which is a male voice. That is just, if I'm remembering correctly, just like the Rachni from Mass Effect. It's interesting. Leave me alone, whatever you are. There's no need to be rude. We're curious. We want to know what this thing is. I came to see what's wrong with the Strangleroot. Can you help or not? Yeah.
But a favor for a favor. Would you help?
I think I skipped one of the options accidentally.
When we ask it.
Yes, I'll help you. It depends. What do you want?
We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide. Do you wish this power or not?
Fine. Yes, I'll help you.
A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. We tire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Interesting. Dream Touch. Ooh, heals and revives all nearby allies and deals damage over time to nearby Delemgan. Dream Thralls and Vessels. Open the Ledger menu to view your godlike ability in the ability screen.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
Alright. I'm having an issue with my controller doing double inputs here. So I may have to reset my software super fast. Let me look at this. See what is going on. Because I've noticed it has skipped a couple different times. And I don't know why this keeps happening. But it needs to cut it out. Hold on, guys. Sorry. The weird thing too is that the game audio cuts out when you move outside of the window, which is usually not the case for borderless window. But this one does. So goes all quiet. All right, how do I just reset? Profile 2 buttons. Reset. Yep. Alright, let's see if that fixed it, because that is a headache I do not want to have to deal with. Alright, please no more double inputs. Something reached out to me through the Adra. I wouldn't know where to begin, and you wouldn't believe me if I did.
You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Some are gifted, or cursed, with such talents. Inquisitor Ludwine will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwine is obsessed with our security. Sees enemies lurking around every corner.
Ludwine. Shouldn't the Steel Garrote report? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection. but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor.
I just realized we have the exact same hairstyle. I don't know why, but that's funny. I know enough to stay on Ludwig's good side. Understood. Yeah, no promises. I mean, it's gonna depend on how they treat me, too.
Make sure and use that to your advantage. You never know. It might come in handy. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Ah, Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Leave the strangle route.
Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear. Can she?
That's a good point. Tis a fair point.
You are full of surprises, Envoy. I'd heard God Knights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did seem the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for you in Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
I didn't realize that guy was following us.
I feel like I should know more about it.
Yeah? Right back at you.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
Okay. You got it from here? We're going down. Yeah. You have fun, though. Ooh, another grimoire. Wonder if it's a new one. Overgrown Frontier. Alright. Let me check the quality of my stream, because it's looking like it's not doing what it's supposed to. I'm just going to check and see. Should be fine. But again, with resetting all the OBS stuff yesterday, I want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. We got 1440. Just pull it up on my phone and keep an eye on it. But OBS is screaming at me like, "Oh my god, your bitrate's low."
One of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
And it shouldn't be. But I do need to verify. Softwood branch, okay. No. It is. What the heck? I don't know. Well, let me take care of this first. Oh, hello. Oh, nice. I got some of that too. Bro, what are these things? Interesting.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Okay. So, oh my gosh, this is frustrating me. But you know what? This is the life of streaming. There is no reason why my bitrate should be low. We try that, what does it do? No, it's still low. Man, what the heck? I was just streaming on these same exact settings the other day with 0 problems. Audio track. Nope, that's not the issue. All right, let's bump that down. Okay. Yep. That should be going up. It's still showing 3,000. It should be so much higher than 3,000. Why is it 3,000? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Well, okay. You're being dumb. Let's just do this. And a little bit of that. See if this forces it. There we go. I'm just gonna have to do that even though I don't want to. It's not ideal. That should get the bitrate up. Okay, now we're looking at, there we go. Now we're looking at 12,000, 14,000. Let's see how this looks. Should be looking a lot smoother. I think so. Okay, we'll roll with that. I'm gonna keep an eye on it on my phone here. Peek down at it occasionally. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. Man, it's so weird. Didn't change anything, and yet it was having my... Not even having, like... It was a quarter of what my bitrate should be. Don't know what happened. Enter the City of Paradise. Alright, I'm gonna do some exploring. We got a whole new zone here. There's another longbow. Nice. Ooh, where are we going here? Yeah, if anybody is either watching this live or after the fact, let me know if you notice a significant quality difference between like the first... I've been going for 50 minutes now, 55 minutes. Between the first hour...
Want to do the honors and open it?
Give me a second. And what you see now. Like if there's a significant difference, leave a comment. There should be. But I'm also watching it and it's still fluctuating. I'm gonna have to figure that out afterwards. It's doing things it really shouldn't do. Alright, I've already got all that. Guess I'm gonna use my last lockpick. A gat, copper skate, Paradisian ladder, primal flame, pelt, iron chunk, grenade. I don't know what the ladders are for. Is that just something I'm supposed to sell as junk? I like the what would you call this? Like I mean it's growth, some kind of like mushroom growth. The fauna? The flora and the fauna? Oh my god, I did not. Was there a tripwire there? There is. Oh, wow. That got me. I was wondering why that was hanging down, but... okay. Well, now I know. Dragon's Fury.
Stand back.
Got another Spectre guy up there. I will say, I feel like the radial system could have been a little bit easier.
Good builders and explorers. Now, the last of them live in an old keep in Galloway's tusks. The Silence never taken kindly to settlers.
I like the amount of exposition he drops periodically. It's cool. Oh, that did not freeze you. I mean, you are like a spirit, so I guess that makes sense. Hello. Can I parry you? I need to unlock parry. On the third night, Ivona came to a towering cliff where the sheer, jagged precipice forbade all who might pass. Her pickaxe glanced off the surface, and when she threw her rope, it fell back to the ground and found nothing to latch onto. The wall is high, Ivona lamented, and lit her torch as a prayer against the encroaching dusk. Sorry, I had to burp. I cannot climb, but my path cannot end here. Your path has led you here to challenge you, Magrin said, in a voice that seemed to emanate from the flame itself. The stone before you is the same as the stone you stand upon. Your footing will find the way. So Ivona knew what she must do. Vessel bone. Bro, they just keep coming. I like how the little missiles I send out, they have some homing.
Here we go.
Which is nice. Oh my gosh. Where are they coming from? We just came here.
Behind you.
We were just in there. I wonder if I can block projectiles. Theoretically, should be able to, right? I will say, I do kind of like the sword and board. I'm definitely open to using that more should magic not flesh out the way that I hope. Okay. Yes. Second, did I just die? What the heck was on the other side of that wall?
You're gonna shoot that bear. Keep your distance.
There was a barrel? That's kind of lame. Why would you have a breakable wall, and then put a barrel on the other side? Boots of the Bricklayer. Ooh. I can't decide what I like more, using magic on the boxes or hitting with a sword. Maxims of the Pargrunin. In older lands, it was said, to know the world, first make a map of it. To know the cavern, make a model of it. To know the soil, grow a garden of it. Now it is written in blood, you shall not mistake a model or a map for the maxim, which is the true manifest in the world. You shall not reduce the great to the grubby miniature. You shall not mistake the drain hole for the maelstrom. The taste of the blood is, that which seems clear on the map is tangled in the maxim. Heyo, thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and pop one of them. Okay, so not going through those routes. We're just going up. Silver finning, iron chunk, pelt, bear claw. I will say, I am digging the verticality and the exploration of these areas. Like the openness, I like. Oh my god! Yeah. But it reminds me of other games like Dishonored. I keep saying Deus Ex. That's probably because I want to play Deus Ex again. But the second Deus Ex, especially, the more recent one, had a lot of verticality. Dishonored, obviously. There's a lot of influence there from some of the other immersive sims, which is great. Those are great games.
Hey, that looks like a totem to your burned queen.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that exact same thing.
Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
A variety of totems and their missing totem fragments are hidden throughout the living lands. Collected totems can be displayed at the totem shrine. Okay. For what purpose? I actually thought this was how we progressed. But it's apparently not, so where do we progress? Because everything else is closed off. Hold on. Did we come? We came that way. Okay, no. This is new then. I was turned around. I thought we came this way. But maybe not? We did. But we're also supposed to go... Okay, I was just exploring that fort then. That's not actually where we're supposed to go. I should probably go over to that stone though. Because I think these stones... I forget what role they play. But it's something to do... I think with fast travel? Or is it a camp? I think that's actually a camp. Mm-hmm. I keep it... I've been playing so much PS5 lately, I keep seeing X, and I'm hitting A. You can set up party camps at large Adra waystones found throughout the living lands. Setting up party camp will fully restore your health. In party camp, you can speak with a companion, upgrade and enchant gear, cook, store extra items in the party stash, and collect god totems.
Much better suited to it.
Garrus, I was reading something. It was rude of you to interrupt. Access outfits. That's right, we did look at this in the previous stream. Honestly, not that different. I was also kind of hoping we would get outfits. So we do have a stash. We have a workbench. I could up my wand, which would be pretty easy to do. I've got all the materials I need. Let's do it. I don't have a better one. Gives me more damage. I could go to level 2. Oh, the Paradisian ladder is a plant. Interesting. Man, I would love to sell some stuff, though. Oh, I was thinking that was a breakable icon. Enchant unique weapons. Don't have any. On the left side of the screen to enchant. Choose a replacement for its primary enchantment on the right side of the screen. Enchanting requires specific enchanting materials and currency. It also cannot be undone. Enchanting materials consist of a variety of monster parts, okay? Sounds good. I see box. I want to break box. I think that's it. So we got our little stash over here, outfits, and then we can do workbench. I think I'm just going to do the one upgrade now. I did get... I got something that was legendary. Or unique, yeah. Dodge distance, carry capacity. Very nice. It even goes with the current armor I'm wearing. I do wish I could junk stuff. It does say stash in camp, but I want to junk it so that I could just easily sell it. Like, what is this, loot? Yeah, I just want to put it all in loot. Because I'm going to go see some vendors. And I want to get rid of some stuff. I'll probably hold on to some of the armors, just in case I end up going melee. I did get a new shield. Let's put that on. Can we compare it? Let's see. 35 versus 39. 20 and 20. 95 to 80. 10 to 13. But this also has some special perks. 5% chance to avoid melee damage. 20% maximum stamina. Hell to the yeah. Put that on, baby. Wow, could you turn any slower? That's pretty. That's so slow. Oh, I also got the mace. 23 damage versus 16. I wanted to try that. Totally forgot. And we did pick up a different, or was it the same? I think it's the same one. Okay. I really want this one, but it's not going to let me use them for whatever reason. I'm not sure why you'd find that so early game if you wouldn't be able to use it. I am tempted to put my grimoire back on. So I think let's do that. I mean, the shield is nice, but ultimately I'm probably not going to be using that much until I get at least a parry or some more stamina. Yeah. More essence would be nice. But also more stamina would be nice. Attack speed. I'm really intrigued by attack speed. Or excuse me, dexterity, because of the attack speed buff. I think being able to whip out spells really fast, but it also affects like your potion drink. How fast you drink all of the potions. That's cool, actually. I think we need to buff these for now. Intellect and resolve, probably. I want to do intellect, but I think I need to get resolve up. What did I do? No. Yeah. That's my only level 1, and I'm struggling with stamina. Abilities. I have another point. What do I want to unlock permanently? Armored essence. Decrease the essence penalty for light and medium armor. That would be good, because I could wear heavier armor and not get a penalty. Invokes a powerful arcane shield for 20 seconds that makes your spellcasting uninterruptible and increases your damage reduction by 50. That is one that I think I need. But more missiles also sounds fun. I feel like I do want more offensive capabilities. Jolting Touch was really good when I used that. I'm gonna actually... I wonder if this would bust the ice. Dealing large amounts of damage to nearby enemies on impact. Because if I could get a synergy going with ice and something else, and honestly, I might... Do I need charge? The thing that I'm wondering with charge is it's more of a utility thing for destroying walls. It does break enemy blocks, yes. Shatter frozen enemies, yes. And destroying walls. Is there not a way to destroy walls as a wizard? I guess I would just have to get a companion to do it. Let's try... Let's do Jolting Touch. It's good crowd control. It really is. The few times I've used it, when I was using the Grimoire, it was actually quite handy. Does Kai have a point too? No. Why is it saying... Oh, maybe he does? Hold on. It's saying 1. He does, okay. So Kai fires a powerful shot. Iron Ire ignites the target. That would be nice. Because there was one time when he went down and I could not get to him. That seems like a good passive to have. Alright, I need to figure out how to do this. Heals and revives all nearby allies and deals damage over time to nearby... Yep, okay. Doesn't tell me how to do it, though. I'm guessing that's something that triggers when a companion goes down. Press Y to toggle completed quest. Gotcha. So enter the city of Paradise. Now that the ambassador is safe, you may enter Paradise freely. The ambassador will want to talk with you at the Adarian embassy. You sail to the Living Lands in order to deliver an important missive from the Emperor of Adir. First, make your way into the port city of Paradise, a rugged coastal settlement and home to the Adarian embassy. Then find the ambassador and complete your tasks. Documents. Tutorials. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's talk to our buddy here, because I have not talked to him yet. And then we need to go sell stuff. What is this? Totem Shrine. Each totem is dedicated to a particular god in your... Okay, so... How do I... Requires a totem base. I thought I... Did I not grab one? Restore to god totems when placed at party camp. Is that not the same thing? That's a it's a fragment. Okay, maybe I need more space for Wodaka totem? Bro, what? Okay, I guess I don't have what I need then. Alright, let's get a save. Oh my god, I'm still in KCD mode.
People, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Steenrick, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position.
Is there a question in there? I distinguish myself with the tall grass. I've seen more than my fair share of battle.
Tall grass, huh? Even in Rawatai, you lot are the stuff of legend. I guess I should count myself lucky our paths didn't cross sooner. But that raises a bigger question. Why would your emperor send one of his most accomplished warriors all the way out here?
I'm investigating the Dream Scourge.
Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they?
Don't even know who they are.
I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry. These are unusual times.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
Now that we've seen the Dream Scourge, I understand what the fuss is about. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
I've seen how bad it can get. People are right to fear. That's why I'm here, to find the source and put a stop to it. Yep.
I like your confidence. Just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote Paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
I can understand the tension. Foreign troops are rarely a welcome sight. I'd heard the Living Lambs with a lawless frontier. A little order and stability are needed.
Exactly. Paradise has been quiet lately, but I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course.
I want to help. I'm going to stop the Dream Scourge one way or another. That's a weird word to get out. Dream Scourge. Dream Scourge.
Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy to last out here. I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again. Even if it's just for a while.
I agree, Garrus. I agree. Got questions about you. Yeah. Yeah, why is the Soul Plague called the Dream Scourge anyway?
They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then, fungal growths take over your body. So Dream Scourge.
Fungal growths like mine?
No, Dream Scourge is different. It spreads all over. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, let me know. Until then, look on the bright side. The Living Lands is filled with people and things that are likelier to kill you first.
What can you tell me about Paradise?
It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sins, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands.
You don't seem to think much of Paradise or the people who come here. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great city. In part because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business being here. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter.
If it's so deadly, why would anyone come here?
For a lot of people, the Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, to live in a way you can't, maybe even on pain of death wherever you come from.
Living Lands sounds like a haven. Chaos and desperation, in other words, yeah. What was it to you?
Oh, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, why not pick some place where things grow? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Used to be, if you could last out here, you could count on being left alone.
But Adir's changing things, isn't it?
That's what some fear. Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Stilgarrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew.
I've got questions about you.
Then I've got answers. Some of them may even be true.
You've got a lot to say about second chances.
I'm well past seconds myself, if we're counting. Even decent people make mistakes, and the rest of us can grow, with a little time and grace.
Uh-huh. And what mistake are you still running from?
If I had to list them all, we'd be talking all night. Anyway, if this place can't give us misfits and screw-ups a second chance, what hope do we have?
You were originally from Rawatai?
What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth, or the striking blue of my scales?
I mean, he's a Rawatauan. Isn't that how you say it? It does seem kind of like a silly question. We have Aomawa and Adir, too, you know. Wily Rawatai. I'd say it's your exquisite skull ridge.
The real question is, why not? Rawatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere, or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary.
But that was because your species is physically imposing.
That certainly doesn't hurt. Nor does the fact that many of us are excellent singers. If you ever find yourself in Tekoa, visit the Lore College to hear the chanters. In Deadfire, the Huana water shapers can sing the waves into incredible sculptures and devastating salvos.
What is Rawatai like?
A thump on the back and a crack on the skull from a brother who says you should visit more. It's complicated. I guess home usually is. Lashed by storms and battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are.
Trenchers.
We do a lot of digging for irrigation, drainage, warfare, the occasional village tournament. Anyone from Rawatai has spent enough time in some kind of hole in the ground to be on a first-name basis with the worms. So, trenchers. Those of us who leave are scramble roots, hardy weeds that can survive just about anywhere.
Diversity builds strength and character.
You'd fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rawatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom. Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rawatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Eora.
As well as one of the most warlike and expansionists.
You're not wrong. Though, my countrymen would point out that we had to expand to find fertile land to feed our people. And the scattered kingdoms we've absorbed in the process have joined one of the most advanced nations in the world.
That's complicated.
And that's what I like about the Living Lands, where most civic concerns are about as nuanced as a wall of sharpened stakes. Until recently, anyway.
I love how this guy is literally just Garrus. Like, he's just a cool bro. You know? He doesn't really have unsavory character in any way. He's pretty He's pretty normal. He's got a cool background. He's a part of a warfaring species that's very technologically and physically adept. Not unlike Turians. I mean, I just think it's funny. It's almost like they wrote his character and they're like, all right, we're going to make Fish Garrus. Yeah. We're going to make Garrus, but in a fish form. I mean, it just doesn't... He's not really different from Garrus in any way from what I've seen so far. I don't know. What did you do before you came to the Living Lands?
I joined up with the Rauatine Navy as soon as
This is literally Garrus!
I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire archipelago.
Mm-hmm. Rauatines had a presence in Deadfire for the better part of a century. Must have been before you restyled yourselves as the Royal Deadfire Company. Man, this is some lore. If you are a Pillar of Eternity stan, like if you are a big fan of Pillar of Eternity, there are options here for you. Lore options that you would be aware of. I am not aware of them because I did not play those games. I kind of wish I had now. I have heard from others that if you're interested, you should play Pillars of Eternity before playing Avowed, because there is a lot of interconnectedness, a lot of lore, a lot of exposition that sort of syncs up. I have not played those. I've heard good things about them, but I'm just sensing, man, there's a lot of history here that you could really delve into. That's cool. I have no idea what those things are, so I'm not going to choose them. But I think that's cool for people who might.
Starting out, it was exciting, purposeful. I believed in our mission. We were returning to our ancestral homeland, reclaiming fertile soil that would feed Rauatai. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Wana cousins.
I'm guessing reality was different.
Yeah. The Huana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder. And it was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home. I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us, strengthen us, but I didn't see that either.
What did you see?
Some fell apart. Some bought into the cruelty that our continued presence required. Others didn't buy into it, but went along with it anyway. And that bothered me more somehow. I deserted. And I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years.
Desertion is a serious crime in the Rauatine Navy.
That's why I never returned home. There were only so many options for a Rauatine deserter with no training and anything else. As a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew.
Same shit, different uniform. Yeah.
Yeah, it just took me a little longer to figure that out. Being part of a squad kept me going. For a while, anyway. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough. Had enough.
You had a whole life before coming here.
Yeah. Though, in a lot of ways, it feels like I didn't really start living until I got here. Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position. Whatever your role asks of you, make sure it's something you're willing to give. Because you're the one who has to live with the consequences.
Believe me, I know.
I figured. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another.
Okay.
Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you.
What a cool way to ask for advice, but also offer a compliment at the same time. Like instead of, or I should say, instead of, what a cool way to offer your services without coming off as boasting, you know, like, you know, if you need anything, I could teach you. No, he was like, hey, I've learned from you too. If you ever want to learn anything from me, feel free to ask. That was a cool way to do that, because most people don't know how to do that. Most people would just offer completely unsolicited advice like you asked them, even though you didn't. That was a cool way that he did that. Which I have to say, the writing so far has been pretty good. You can withstand a lot of damage. I want to know how to stay on your feet. You put a lot of power into your attacks. I want to learn how to hit harder with mine. Yeah. Yeah, I wanna I'm gonna do the power one.
It's all about using your weight. Here, I'll show you.
He's gonna give me an attribute point. I know it.
That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
Did I get a might attribute point? Equipment upgrade available. Huh? Huh? Equipment upgrade? What does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean something got upgraded? Equipment upgrade available. New permanent status effect. Kai's training. Ha! That's what that means. There we go. We got a +2 buff to might. Cool. I don't have to level that for a while. Cool, cool, cool. All right. What am I trying to say? Enter the city of Paradise. Do I want to do that, or do I want to go back? Well, I don't know. I guess there's nothing else we need here, so I guess I just leave. What do I do here? Rest for the night and exit. Okay. Soundeth goodeth. Oh, it's so pretty. It's daytime now. I have to say, performance issues aside, from what I saw, most of my issues are because for whatever reason, this game is not optimized well for AMD cards. And I am on an AMD card. By and large, I never really have an issue with that. Dang, bro. Sporting the mohawk. By and large, I never really have an issue with that. But, this game, that was something I looked up, and yeah, the AMD cards are just having issues. So I'm sure it's something that'll get patched. I'm sure AMD might release a new driver update that'll also help. So I'm sure it's something that will eventually get remedied. Because everywhere else I was reading, like, people were saying, oh, the performance is amazing. And I'm like, no, it's not. But it does seem to be specific to AMD systems. So, that happens sometimes. I remember some of the Assassin's Creed games used to run way better on AMD cards. I want to say even like The Witcher ran better on AMD back in the day. But then you have games that will just be the exact opposite. And it takes a little more time to get it ironed out. Oh, I need to get my other thing mapped. Yeah. What was my other abilities? I think I did the, See, that sucks because then it, that means I'm gonna have my potions in the radial. I don't want my potions in the radial. I also don't want my spells in the radial. Where is it? Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, but then now I can't quick heal. How do I quick heal? Come in here and then select it. Man, that is so... that's so many steps. What does ready ability mean? Ready ability. I guess it just pulls it out. Doesn't drink it, though. But anyway, yeah. So I will say I was able to sort of get a workaround with getting frame gen working, which at least makes it playable, because before that it was pretty bad. So frame gen is definitely helping. Unfortunately, I did have to lower the resolution a good bit. So it's somewhere in between like 1080 and 1440. But it's honestly not bad. This game is still beautiful. And the anti-aliasing they've got going on is pretty good. It still looks pretty clean. Honestly, this is probably equivalent to like Series X settings.
This used to be a shortcut to Emerald Stair. Then the land got other ideas.
But probably a little bit higher. I know it wants me to go places, but I just want to run around. That was an interesting noise. I like the little detail of when he runs, he folds the book. I think that's cool. It's the little things. How did that not hit? Oh dang, we're doing way more damage. Way more damage. Way more damage. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, man, I miss having that on the D-pad.
Careful. Looks like spiders nearby.
Wonder how quickly that's gonna get old.
Show me what you got.
I'm glad I did the might buff with him. So my spells are hitting way harder. Is that it? Why did I know that wasn't it?
Coming in hot.
Common Great Hammer. I already have that.
Aye, aye.
I guess these are eggs that I could burn. I mean, I could take it to sell, I guess. I'm not over encumbered yet. So I'm assuming I still have some room to spare. Especially so with that that might buff I have now. Ivona's Threshold. Look over here. Don't think I've been over here. But I want to check it out. Want to see what's over here. Please don't fall. Lockbox. Copper skeet. Beetle shell. Enchanting material. More upgrade materials. We'll say we're finding a lot of upgrades, which is nice. It's going to enable me to soup up my weapons. Which is very nice. Cheese wedge. Don't need a dagger. Yeah. I don't know why, but I just love doing that. The animation is just fun to me. Just looks like he's casually just tossing one out. Oh. Silver finning, chunk, and spirit residue. Finding all sorts of good stuff. Hello. Careful where we fall here. Hope you don't mind spiders. I mean, I don't love them. Hmm? Oh, up there. I'm like, what did I hear? Alright, well, we know there's going to be something in here. Travel to Ruinous Cavern. Ooh. Where's Mommy and Daddy Spider? We already saw this the first time. Assuming there's going to be a lot more. By the way, I need to try out my mace. Keep forgetting to do that. Much slower. Okay. Good, 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 good. I like that. Ooh, that hits pretty good. Good stun, too. Nice heavy. Yeah, I like that. I would say that feels good.
Ready, aim.
Thank you, sir. Man, that is disappointing when I break those and they got nothing. Ooh. Health potion. Steel garrote medallion. Amulet. I think I can wear that. All accessories are unique, providing powerful enchantments like passive stats or effects, stat increases, attribute buffs, distinct behaviors, and even new abilities. Nice. That'll add even more build variety. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Can you burn this too? Thank you, dear. That looks like a... Yep. I love when I got places to explore. Ooh, purple. Golden shelling? Outer leg? Help. Bro, I need to see a vendor. I got so much stuff that I probably don't need. This is a very pretty game. I will say that. Very pretty game. Alright, that goes down. I think this is a dead end. Yep. So I think we have to go down. Oh boy. Look at all the webs. Yee! My guy actually screamed. It's kind of cool. Nothing down here. Alright, Garrus, I need you to... Garrus. You are a fish. You shouldn't have any issues with that. Come on now. Need you to burn that, please.
Coming in hot.
Thank you, sir. Looking good. Isn't that where we came from? Ooh, gladly. Thank you. No, that's not. This is where we came from. Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking. I was thinking that looked familiar.
Quiet as the depths.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Uh-huh. Yep. Save. I know a boss arena when I see one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ready.
One for you! Take your best shot.
I do like that I have unlimited of this. Just the basic spell. You take care of it, Garrus. I'm getting loot. Ooh, good loot too. Oh, hello. Nice. That's his teleport thing is cool. There she is. I knew Mama was coming out eventually. Nasib? Nasib? What? Oh, that's a big one. Oh, he's pissed off now. Nope. Oh, I really don't want to be in your face. I need stamina. Oh dear God, I need stamina.
Nothing stopping me.
Oh dear God, don't do that. Don't make that. Nuh-uh. Thaw you out. Thaw you out. Woo. I don't like how aggressive they are. I do not like how aggressive the spiders are. That is not my cup of tea. How do I get up there? I would assume like this. Thank you. Appreciate that. I too hide my potions in spiderwebs. What's the benefit for burning those? Is it just personal satisfaction? I mean, I get it. I get it. I totally understand. So far, I haven't yet. Why are you? That gives me the chills. I don't like that. It looks too real. Real, even though I know it's very fantasy, you know? It looks very weird, but it's like... And it looks real. Textures. You have become encumbered. Awesome. We finally found out what that's like. Alright, I gotta get to the city then. I've got to get some vendors. I can break down, which is good. That probably means like upgrade materials. I like that. It's a good system. I'm still moving pretty good though. Maybe it just slows me a little bit. I'm sprinting? What the heck? I'm encumbered, how am I sprinting? Who's these? I hear something making a noise, but I have no idea where it's coming from. Dang, why are you so beefy? Wow, you can jump pretty far. Wow.
This used to be a good fishing spot until something started dragging people away.
Man, come on, why do you have these places if there's nothing for me to do? It'd be cool if there was some loot or something to explore. Wall-mounted fish trophy. A remarkably small fish is displayed on this wooden plaque. Engraved at the bottom in a small bronze sign is the following text. Edda's first catch. May this be the start to a long and prosperous career as an angler. Aw. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna go. But for now, I want to explore a little bit over here. Letter to home. Dear Mother, every day on the front line is more dangerous than the last. I never thought I'd say that I would rather be facing an organized army than the encroaching wilderness, but this place is truly unlike any other. Still, through the grace of Wodika, we held strong. The palisades are well defended, and our resolve is unbreakable. When the next wave comes, we'll be ready. Reinforcements from the homeland should be arriving within the week, and with them, relief. Know, as you're reading this, that sending this letter was the first thing I did when rotating away from the front. I love you, your darling son. Lucky hit.
Those Auras must have been scavenging supplies too.
I do like the lightning. Oh, I should have eaten that. Huh?
I think there's something on the upper floor. We might be able to reach it from outside.
Good tip, good tip. Thank you. Why did I get prompt? That was weird. Alright, should be able to reach it from the outside.
Oh, look, Paradise matter. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat that strengthens weapons and armor.
Alright. Should be able to reach it from the outside, huh? You mean like this? Alright, are you saying there's something up here? Or we gotta get in through the roof? Aha. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Alright, we should probably... Oh, we should probably head to the city.
So, how long do you think it'll be before the locals realize how much good we're doing for them?
Realize? They're never gonna realize anything of the sort. We'll always be the invaders to them.
No, I don't think so. It's only been a few years. They'll come around eventually, I'm sure of it. They have to.
Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night, kid. I honestly don't care what the locals think. Past time they joined the civilized world.
Malthea. Husa Ayusa.
Watch out once you get past the palisades. The Strangerroot is apparently hostile to life, as the scholars say. Wait a minute.
She looks like Bryce Dallas Howard.
Eat my soul. You're the envoy. Sorry, didn't mean to be so informal.
Uh-huh. You're the envoy. I could be. Why?
They say the Emperor personally sent one of his finest warriors. A soldier from the tall grass, no less. Real brute.
Your reputation precedes you.
It's all above my rank.
Apparently.
But it means High Crown's taking our situation out here seriously. I hope your voyage here was smooth as good butter. I don't know too much about rough seas, what with serving in the galleys.
Smooth as good butter. My. Serving in the galleys. What that means? Stare into the middle distance. I lost most of my crew in a shipwreck at Fort Northreach. Then the Fort Stedman tried to kill me.
Did you deserve it? Kidding. Sorry to hear, envoy. Living lands is dangerous. We should be sticking together. Can't imagine what might have possessed them to do that. I hope it isn't the damn soul plague. I haven't seen anything like that before. It seems to change people. Animals. Feels sometimes like the plague is alive somehow. Sorry for the glib tongue. I've tried to be more proper before. Didn't work. I'm no good at niceties, including abiding by most rules. The law and I aren't exactly the best of friends, no. Although, I think that's Adia's problem. I was mostly just stealing food. If you're born to the wrong social class, Adia makes climbing the ranks rather difficult. Anyway, that's all in the past.
It better be all in the past for your sake. I wasn't born in the right social class either, but I learned a lot from that experience.
Learned? No, absolutely not. What I've learned is you can either obey the rules or die. I got caught for my many small, petty crimes and spent about 6 years on the prison galleys. Then, a year ago, an Adairan official came to the jails and told us we could serve the Empire for a shortened sentence or rot. You can guess which I chose.
So instead of risking death in prison, you risk death in the wilderness. You could do a lot worse than sun adventure and time away from the jails. You're free after that?
Oh, you're a funny one, envoy. Free. Am I free after this? And they say the Adairan elite have no sense of humor. All in all, it's a pretty sweet deal. 3 square meals, bed of my own, maybe even a chance to retire as a clerk. Wouldn't mind being bored stupid for a few years. Better than the alternative. But first, even more palisades.
Why have you set up palisades here?
Just take a look down the road, and you'll see the last palisades we tried to hold. And the ones before them. We're trying our best to keep the wilds at bay here, envoy.
Given I'm rather new here, I'd love your thoughts on the general lay of the land.
Listen, envoy. I'm here to build defenses against the land. You want geography lessons? Go ask a cartographer. I do know a few things, though. So, ask.
That's a weird way to... That was kind of weird. Listen, if you want to know about the land, go ask our cartographer. However, I know a few things, so go ahead and ask. Like, what? Do you want me to ask or not? What if I do want a geography lesson?
Once again, I'm no cartographer. But, you know what they say about continents with small acreage? They've got big personalities. Little bit of everything here. Poison swamps, deserts, snow-covered mountains, volcanoes, acid seas. Because why not? A cartographer might be able to tell you more. I hear there's one in town.
Any settlements of note in the Living Lands?
No, none. It's all untamed wilderness and feral heathens. I'm joking. Of course there are. There's Fjord, which is run by animancers. Thirdborn, where all the ruffians dwell. And Solus Keep, which has the Pargrunin, who don't like anybody.
Good lord. What do you mean when you say Solus Keep's inhabitants don't like anybody?
I mean the Pargrunin dwarves won't talk to anybody. They stay inside Solus Keep and just never come out.
Fjord is run by animancers, what?
And happily, too. Sounds like they've got a whole colony of inventors and researchers there. If I want a servant of the Adirian Empire, I might say it sounds fascinating. Groundbreaking, even. I know animancy is considered blasphemous and dangerous, but Fjord supplies most of the produce we eat here in Paradise. They must be doing something right.
Ruffians and Thirdborn, huh?
Miscreants and layabouts and all those great things. The kind of people who can make a life out of impossibly bad situations. Settlements just as rough and tumble. Wouldn't mind having a drink with the locals, to be honest. They sound like they've got stories. You know what I mean? Heard they're under siege right now, though, by those dream thralls. Wouldn't want to be them, between the desert weather and that.
How do you feel about the Living Lands?
That it lives up to its name. Wilder place than Adir, which has been stomped into civility. The Living Land scares our empire, I think. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sending its most expendable folk here. Present company excluded, of course. I think the Living Lands won't want to be leashed by the Empire, though. But that's my opinion. I've been here a while.
Do you think the locals will take well to seeing a godlike?
I don't know. I mean, I know some people in Adir think of godlike as blessed by the gods. What with you lot having a divine resemblance and all. Although, I guess some folk think godlike are cursed. Depends on what sort you are. Frankly, I don't know if I've seen your particular kind before. Still, I think there are stranger things than you in the Living Lands, envoy. No offense, but more importantly... Ask them then. You're a nice distraction, envoy.
The wild's at bay. What's so dangerous up there?
You tell me, envoy. You were the one out there. I heard stories of that bear. It's not the only one, though. The strangleroot is hungry. Every day, it gets closer. Every day, weirder creatures crawl out from its foliage. Be careful if you're headed out there. Anyway.
Anything you miss about a deer?
About Adir. Same hungry empire that is looking to gobble up the Living Lands. The one that sends people out to maybe die for its ambitions. Kind of you to ask, envoy. The truth is, not really. Adir's fair and good to the people it thinks deserve compassion. But break its trust, and well, and it will make you crawl to retrieve the pieces. You can tell it's a place that worships Wodiga. Actually, I miss the pies. The crust's all wrong here.
Anything else I should know?
Pogrunin beer is surprisingly terrible. Always trust in a Mauen to know where the best seafood is. Pay attention when the locals tell you something. And watch out for poets. Something's odd about them.
I've got to go hold the wall. Lot of exposition. Lot of exposition. Which is fine. I mean, it's definitely there if you want it. I will say it is, ooh. I will say that, you know, I don't think exposition is ever a bad thing, especially if it's optional. Some exposition is necessary for the story and the plot to proceed, but also makes sense. Ooh. But most exposition tends to be optional, and it's there if you want it. If you don't want it, you can either ignore it or skip through it, whatever. So I typically like having that option. Just depends on how much you want to be engrossed in the world and story. I also think if you are someone who came from playing Pillar of Eternity, or Pillars of Eternity, you would very much appreciate the amount of lore and exposition this game has. What is happening up here?
My grandfather could do a better job than you lot. He's missing both arms. Put your backs into it. These palisades aren't gonna hold themselves.
Hey, look, it's Harding. Scout Harding. Cosmina.
Another recruit. By the flames, Cynric finds the strangest types.
Recruit. I've spent my life on the front lines for a deer.
You're not the only soldier here, pup. If you think you're so tough, why don't you prove to me what you've got? Spar with me. I'll take on you and your big blue friend.
Okay.
If you're sure, I've got plenty of reach.
Oh, I love it. She had... What is it? I had reach, she had flexibility. Oh, I love the callback. That's great.
Oh, it'll be fun, all right. In Magran's name, prepare yourself.
This is mine.
Oh no. Oh no, this is not gonna go well for you. Ow. Oh no.
All right, I yield. Well done. You have passed.
Uh-huh.
No point in wasting bullets.
You could say that. Is your pride damaged now?
It's clear I underestimated your prowess. Fierce as a Rathoon you are, envoy. Now for your prize. Our surplus includes a large hammer, an arquebus, a spear, and a wand. What say you, huh?
It depends on... Is it like a better quality? I guess a wand? Don't want a spear, don't want an arquebus. Hammer, I mean, if I'm going sword and board.
Magic was never my strong suit, but you seem like the type that could make it work. Favor the arcane over the martial,
Currently.
It is done.
Common wand.
A Magran's
Come
wrath
on,
falls
man.
on your enemies, envoy.
Already got like 4 of those. I gotta give me something different. Oh, I had to yawn. Excuse me. Did not get much sleep last night. I'm whooped. Whew. All right, so let's make our way to the city. I gotta see a vendor. I think it's hilarious.
Think the living lands will stop to let you rest? Pick up that weapon and keep
I think it's hilarious that it said I'm over encumbered. But as far as I can tell, I'm not. And I don't know why it said that. You know, one thing I haven't found, to my knowledge, is a greatsword. I do not think I have found a greatsword. I found a hammer. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a great axe. Where's that at? Let's see what Gimli build is like. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the heavy stuff. Man, it's gonna be hard. If the wizard doesn't work out for me for whatever reason, I definitely think I can have a pretty good time with the melee. Oh, there's all the vendors. Nice.
Standing. No, I don't sell dank spores.
Okay.
Please stop asking.
You don't want my business. Good to know. This guy does, though.
Nice to see you again. How can Volter be of assistance?
See what you have for ooh. Found this amulet with your name on it.
I'm sorry, I don't buy... That's it. That's my amulet. Daggerta gave me this. We had a fight, and she accused me of throwing it away before we left Deerwood. I did bring it with me, but I lost it while I was out, procuring more wares. I can't believe...
Why is he bouncing? Yeah, you can prove to Daggerta that you never tossed it away.
Perhaps. Or perhaps our ship has sailed. Regardless, I'll know I have it. And that's enough for now.
Here, take it.
How can I even thank you? You don't know the weight you've lifted from my heart.
Let's see what you got for sale. You already paid me, by the way, so that's how you can thank me. Ooh. We got a bunch of stuff we can sell. I don't think I care. Oh, hold on. Do I need? I can probably get rid of this because I've got special boots. Not going to use those. At least one of those. Power attack damage. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put the Brigandine on. Brigandine. Enchant weapons. Okay, I need all those. Common robe, not gonna use. Probably not gonna use this. Common wand we can get rid of. Common sword, common scale armor, common mace, common pistol. Brigandine. Good lord, the penalty. Woo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff for wizard right now. Like, I need to find... excuse me. I need to find some better stuff. Like, all I have is common. And I don't have, like, any good armor for wizard. I need to put that on. +1 resolve. Bow. I mean, I'll keep the standard weapons just in case I want to play with them. Yeah. Pistol I don't see myself using, but I'll hold on to it for now. I can get rid of the regular shield, because the other one was a lot better, wasn't it? Like, it was better in every way. I guess items don't have weight. Weight is not a thing in this game. At least, like, equipped weight. Oh, no, it does. 6.5. Okay. 8. So, we'll get rid of this one. Common scale armor. Common sword, common wand. That's an extra one. We can get rid of that one. One of everything else. Looking good. Okay. He doesn't really have anything I want. He does have a great sword. He does have a great sword, but I'm okay with trying out the stuff I have. Alright, so.
What harm could some time to resupply?
What do you have? $35, 25, 35, 15. I like the leather. Ooh. I like the leather. Let's do the leather. Durable greaves. Lockpick, yes. Need more lockpicks. Stamina cost while blocking. Power attack steal. 5% bonus fire damage. Ooh. What am I wearing? Brigandine? So that's the same thing. This is 600. Ooh. I don't know if that's worth it.
Tell me, it was you who found the amulet, yes?
I did, yes.
No, I suppose not. It means he was careless, not heartless. I can accept that. Now I have some apologies to make. I can't say I'm thrilled about that. But maybe things can get better between us. With time. And abundant beverages.
Alright, so she's got potions. Good to know. So I can get a bunch of... you know what? Let's do this. Bunch of essence potions. And we can do... What's the best essence region? She's only got one. Got 4 lemons. I think we're good.
The living lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like you surely needs armaments.
Didn't she have a quest I needed to do?
Oh, please tell me I can go home now. Then I'll still be here. I have nowhere else to go.
I do want to do that. I forget where that was. No. Is this it? Find DeHagen's cabin. Track quest. Let's go do that. I'm gonna knock that out for her. And then we will move on to the city. And the clouds look really good. This is probably not worth doing. I was wondering if I could get... Yeah, I probably can't get up there. Surely not, right? Oh, what a grab. Oh, I'm liking it. That's cool. But I'm definitely not getting across that. Unfortunately. Oh god. Oh god. I actually kind of like that my guy screams when he falls. I think that's a funny little detail.
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
Okay. I have a mission, ma'am. I gotta clear out somebody's home of lizards. Which I do say, she looks like she's got a pretty nice home up there. Let's get to work. I've got 3 spells. I think I'm still gonna keep my book out, though.
This is the Hengen's place, or was. It's the Zarup's now.
I would love to have a block, but I think having like the defense spell, I think I need to keep that out. Yeah, they've just set up camp here. Yeah, they certainly did. On Soul Twins, a treatise. There are believed to be a number of phenomena that a soul can undergo during the cycle of reincarnation. Whether a minuscule fraction of a soul's essence is ground away by the forces of entropy, or the majority of it is lost to the beyond. No soul survives a journey around the wheel without at least some sort of fragmentation. In some exceptional cases, a soul can fracture cleanly into 2 even halves, each of which then inhabits a different creature upon the soul's return to Eora. Interesting. Though rare, this occurrence has been well documented by scholars throughout the ages, especially since the founding of the Brackenbury Sanitarium in 2729. In this treatise, I will compile what information I can on the soul twin phenomenon, as well as dispel some of the many myths and misconceptions regarding what it truly means to be a soul twin. The lengthy document that follows is agonizingly dull and difficult to parse.
Unseen, unheard.
I do love the destruction physics. Dehengen's journal? Not sure how to pronounce her name. It happened again. When I was heating up my soup tonight, I heard that same scratching, and sure enough, the Zarup was outside. I dragged my chair in front of the door, but it didn't try to break through. It just poked around the weed patch and stared at me through the window. What does it want? Do Zarups always bother people like this? Worse yet, why do I sometimes feel tempted to let it in? I keep having this dream about it. I'm always sitting at my table and the Zarup is there and we're looking at a loaf of bread on a plate. When I reach for the bread, I wake up. What if it's the same Zarup and it's just curious? What if it's hungry? I mean, what could it hurt? What am I thinking? This place has scrambled my head.
Anything juicy?
Sounds like these Zarups have tormented her for a long time.
Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's check it out.
What wall painting? How do you know about a wall painting? We haven't even explored. What are you talking about, dude? You already been here? Alright, this might be close quarters. Ooh, I like the heftiness of this. Yeah. Nice.
I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarep holding hands. What do you see?
I see friends, not enemies. You think Azara painted this?
Why don't we ask Dehangan about it? It's her house. She ought to know something.
Yeah, that's interesting. Investigate the cabin. Ask Dehangan about your findings. Do I have a downward attack? No, I do like that overhead though. Yeah. You like that? I don't know, man. I might have to respec. I don't know. It's a terrifying scarecrow. I don't know. I kind of like the feel of the heavy weapons.
What's that Zarep doing out here all by himself?
Sorry, I thought you were gonna... Interesting.
A friendly Zarep. Don't see that every day. Of course, you don't see them fighting their friends every day either.
Attempt to imitate the Zarep's noises. Bewildered. Maybe we shouldn't disturb it. I like having my limbs attached. Do you understand us? Skeptical.
I don't speak Zarep, but it definitely answered you.
I'll take that as a yes. Let's leave it alone before I insult it.
I agree. He's not hurting anyone. In fact, we're near Dehangan's house. Maybe he's the one who made that mural.
Interesting. I always knew I was right that there were lizard people. I always knew they was living amongst us. Nobody believed me. I always said there was lizard people hiding on our ranks. Whatever, they just called me crazy. I'm right once again. What did I say? Nobody listens to me. I like the ambient music. Hey, buddy. The ambient music is peaceful. It's nice. Nothing has jumped out at me so far, like, you know, Elder Scrolls or anything, but it's not been legendary, but it's been nice. It's been peaceful. Alright, let's go tell her what happened. I have a feeling she's going to want us to go back with her. I don't know. But if not, we'll go ahead and head over to the city. And then we'll probably wrap it up here in just a little bit. Probably need to call it for the day. But let's see what she's got.
Oh, please tell me I can go home now.
I cleared out the Zarups. Your home is safe now. I found a journal in your cabin. It was interesting. They have made themselves at home. They've even painted on your wall. You live next to a Zarup camp and you're surprised they barged in.
They weren't there at first. The Adirans told me they'd cleared the area. I assumed the place was secluded enough that they wouldn't come back. Yet another thing I was wrong about.
I found a journal in your cabin. It was interesting.
You read my journal? That's private. Why would you do a thing like that?
Because I was trying to investigate? These aren't standard Zarup tactics. What are you hiding?
What would I know about... All right. I lied to you. I can't keep it up anymore. Have you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have a purpose, but you don't? Like you'd do anything to find out why you're meant to be here?
I prefer to play about Eora. Expectations lead to disappointment.
I said the same thing at first. Then I realized I was just lost. An animancer told me that I might have half a soul. I finally had an answer. The question was, who cut the other half? I thought if I could meet this person and see what they were like, I might gain some purpose or something. And then I came here and found a Zarup.
If I came all the way here and found a Zarup, I'd be disappointed too.
But what do I do about it? How do I not think about what I can never have? I'm so... I've got to find some meaning in all this. I can't go back and I can't go forward. I'm just stuck here. Lost. Again.
A Zarup with half your soul is still a Zarup. It might kill you.
You think so? Not that I disagree, but...
Do you trust your gut enough to gamble with your life?
You're right. What if I'm wrong? God, I'm just looking for something to blame. I'm so tired. I should go. Thank you for trying to sort through this.
I mean, there may be some validity to what she's speculating. But at the end of the day, like, if you can't communicate with that thing, what's the point in trying? Like, I don't know what's your goal gonna be there. Like, what's a good outcome in that situation? I mean, yes, he seemed, at the very least, passive. But if you can't communicate...
That's far enough, Outlander.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself.
Do we have a problem?
We have a problem, all right. And I've got the solution tucked in my sheath.
Unless you're hearing that from a handsome stranger in the bathhouse, that's usually an invitation to trouble. And not as fun as the kind you get into in the steam.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
You're about to start a fight you can't win.
Boss? What if he's right?
Shut up, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
It feels pretty personal. Hey, Pod, you're no killer. Get out of here and I'll let you off with a warning.
Pod isn't going anywhere. Are you, kid?
I don't know.
The best way out of a fight is to avoid it altogether.
Hey, don't you be filling his head with nonsense.
I can't do this anymore. Thieving and killing, it's just not in my blood.
You ungrateful nitwit! Once I'm done with the Outlander, I'm coming after you.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Show me what you got!
We will pay a handsome bounty for information on the Adirian ambassador, their daily schedule, their preferred wine. Nothing is beneath our interest and everything has a price.
Another win, but who's counting?
I mean, what was her plan there? What was your plan? Besides being a dum-dum. I don't know what you were hoping to accomplish. You acted like you're some ambassador for the city when you're actually just a thief. I don't get it. And like, why are you on the main bridge? That's such a weird place to...
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown.
Cool. Cool story, bro. Is that like the shanties? Where the poor folk live? Ah, yes. More exposition. Alright, well, I think we are gonna call it there. So far, I'm liking it. I might play some more on my own. I don't know how much more I'm gonna stream it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool... I think it's a cool game. I think it's a pretty decent fantasy game. There's definitely something here to enjoy. I would say if you're watching this and you've made it to the end, I don't know that I would pay $70 for this, as that is the going rate for games these days. I don't think I would pay $70 for this. However, if you're on Game Pass, if you already have Game Pass, I think it's absolutely worth checking out. See if you vibe with it. I think a lot of people will vibe with it. I think there's some really good characters here. I mean, from what I've seen so far, there's some good character writing. I think the writing in general has been pretty solid. I think the world has been very well fleshed out. Interesting to explore. I think the exploration for the most part is pretty good. I still want to do more, but I mean, I'm trying to think. The only thing that I was a little disappointed in is traversing some of the water. I was expecting a little more loot down there, but yeah, I mean, so far we had a cave, we had a dungeon earlier. I did find a couple pieces of unique gear. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a very chill sort of Elder Scrolls light. Lot of influence from Elder Scrolls. I would even say pretty good amount of influence from Dishonored. Some immersive sim type games. I think this will be good though. I would give this, from what I've played so far, which is about 6 to 7 hours, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. And that's very early. I don't know anything about the story. I've done like one main mission. Most of it's been exploration and side missions, so I can't say that's a final rating. That's just first impressions. First impressions, I would say it's solid. It's definitely a very pretty game. And the combat so far seems pretty decent, with room for improvement and room for evolution with the skills and all that. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I stream it again. We'll see. We'll see what I'm think about it. But if I don't, I'll probably just play it at my own leisure. Probably not anytime soon, though, because I'm still working through KCD. KCD is going to be a while. KCD 2 is really good. currently my game of the year. But this one is good enough to warrant a second look. I will probably come back to it after KCD, unless I decide to do more streams, which we'll see. I'm probably going to do another Helldivers stream coming up soon, though, as well as potentially starting back on some Helldivers content. I'm going to see what I want to do, but content has been kind of dry on the channel lately. And a big reason for that is just I kind of felt like I was getting bogged down with just doing Helldivers stuff, and I wanted to do other stuff, and I just wasn't really sure how to break out of that mold or really what type of content I wanted to make. So I'm still wrestling with that. I do think the best content that I've made was Helldivers, but I don't want to give people false expectations for what I want for this channel. And I'll be blunt, if you're one of the few people that watch this to the end, I'm sure it won't be that many, but if you're one of the few, I don't want to be a weapon review channel. I don't even want to be a Helldivers only channel, and I feel like a lot of people who watch the weapon reviews got the impression that I was going to be that. And to their credit, if I had stuck to that, I probably would be a lot bigger than I currently am. Because Helldivers has had wild success, and so a lot of creators that, you know, stuck with Helldivers have enjoyed success as well. So there's no doubt that if I wanted to just reap the benefits of Helldivers, I could do that. It's just that long term, that's not what I want to do with this channel. But I mean, I don't know. I wrestle with it. I may need to go back and do more Helldivers content. And then maybe if I find my footing with maybe just a different style of content, I can branch out and do that with other games. But I think the weapon reviews were a very niche thing. It was something that I thought would be cool at the time, which it was. However, they were very time consuming for me to put together. And there were other things that I wanted to be doing and working on that they ultimately kept me from, which was kind of depressing, to be honest. It weighed me down because I was spending so much time doing the reviews that I wasn't able to cover any other games that I wanted to cover. And so it was almost like a Helldivers or nothing, you know. It was like I either do Helldivers and nothing else, or I split off and do other stuff. But I'm still wrestling with precisely, you know, where I want to take this thing. I do know that I want to start doing more content. So I don't want to just do like a video every 2 weeks. I want to start trying to do at least one video a week, if not more. And then also I want to do more streams. I am enjoying streaming. I'm getting into it more. I'm learning it. I want to build out a community here. I would love to have people come in and feel welcome to discuss gaming and whatever we're playing, and just, you know, have a chill environment and community to just have fun and play games. So what it's going to take to get there, we'll see. But that's my goal for this year, is to build out that side of the channel and to just, yeah, to hopefully build out a fun, welcoming community and figure out my content strategy in regards to what's going to be my stamp on the channel, you know? I don't think it's going to be weapon reviews. I think that was a very niche thing for Helldivers. But whatever it is, I definitely want it to be high quality. I don't want to put content out just for content. That is my one stipulation. That if I do something, I'm going to put work into it. It's going to be either fun or informative or both. So, yeah. That's where I'm at with the channel. For any of you that stayed around to watch this long, I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're curious about Avowed, I do think you should check it out if it's on Game Pass and you have Game Pass. Or I should say, if you have Game Pass, it is on Game Pass. Go check it out. I don't know that I recommend a $70 purchase. However, that's entirely up to you. If you look at this and you think you'd have a blast with it, then go for it. There's nothing that has stuck out for me so far that would say, you know, this is a bad game. I definitely wouldn't say that. It's just, for me personally, there were very few games that I pay full price for. Very few. And they're usually either, you know, Steam sales, or it's something that I've got on Game Pass. So I probably buy 3 or 4 games a year, maybe. Max. that are full price. So take that for what you will. Do with your money as you will. I do think there is good stuff here. I'm actually interested to explore it more at some point. And as for now, yeah, I think that's it, guys. A little bit of a channel update there. I do want to start making more content. I do miss that. I just got to figure out exactly what that's going to be. So anyway, that is going to do it for me today. Y'all take care. Hopefully I'll talk to you all soon, whether it be another stream or a video. We'll figure that out. But y'all take care. I'll see you later. I'm out.